right. I think we're good. Oh, shit, I never know for sure. Are we good? Yo, yo. Hey, thanks, man. Just checking. Thank you. Oh, man, no problem. Who's that? SD. It was a little tenuous on the start here. I never know if it's working or not. But I guess you can hear me, and you probably see that disclaimer, so I guess we're good. I don't know why live streaming is so hard for me. But it is. We'll give it another minute or two. We get rolling. Got a really strong lineup. Members really rallied. Right? Things look interesting. Getting more interesting by the day. If you're a crypto bull. Oh, let's get that. I think that's out of here. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I usually start about 3 minutes. 11:33. Give people a few more minutes here. I gotta see what we can do here. BCH. So let's go to BCH first. Okay. There we go. All right. Let's see where we at. Yeah, another minute, we'll get rolling. One more. Okay, guys. All right. Where we at? 32. Oh my God, I got everybody writing me. Okay, that's all good. That's all good. Man, funny, the DMs start coming in fast and furiously right before I start. Okay, let me get back here. Okay, let's get going here. All right. Got that. We're looking good. One last little piece here. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, well, it's maybe a small group to start with. Okay, let me let's get the disclaimer out of here. All right, well, hopefully a few more will join us as we get rolling here. So first up, oh, you guys know how this works, right? I say this for those that, will join after we get started, and I know many people watch, after the fact. Right, not everybody's free this time of day to spend a couple hours here going over these things. So I just try and make a point of emphasizing what we do here. It's what this is all about. So of course, I poll the members and I ask them to give me the content, right? So I'm not cherry picking anything. Most of what comes up here, I don't really dig into these ahead of time because I want kind of an immediate reaction, and all you ever see me do for the last 6 years is just applying the methodology that we teach, which is grounded in market structure, Elliott Wave, Fibonacci relationships, and market geometry, and we kind of coalesce those into a methodology, that's what we continue to call it, that has served us well over time. And I think you'll find that this is for a swing trader, this can be a very effective way to approach the market. It's not easy. It's not the easy way. You know, if this was easy, right, we'd all be rich, right? That's just the amazing illusion of trading, right? It looks so easy. How hard can it be? It's going to go up or it's going to go down. Yeah, as they say, this is the hardest easy money you'll ever make. Okay, let's dive into it. So first up here, this is, I think he posted this a couple of days ago. He was so excited about it. This is I don't know, CLVY, Clevey, and looks like he's a stock trader, and he's gone after a couple of the big ETFs or equities that are crypto centric. So first up, this is Galaxy's Grayscale. Let me get you his chart. Let's get this is Galaxy's Grayscale. He's giving me a 7-day weekly. Really nice looking work here, and I really appreciate the detail. So we got a 1, an ABC into a 2, nicely done, right? So we got to get we get 5 up. Now on 7-day, right? The little subdivision is a little trickier to see, but you know, you do this long enough, I can see the 5 that he's working on there. And then oh hey, March 20. Okay, and then I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I get a nice clean impulse here that's all self-contained in that channel. So I get a 1, 2, 3, 4 little consolidation, right? 4 usually, not always. Usually the easiest thing to spot because we stop progressing the trend. We stall, right? And then up for the big kick. A beautiful, right? So this is where I like to remind people, you know, it's, does the market move in 5s and 3s? That's the genius of Elliott. I know there's a tendency to think, oh, well, that was, you know, 90 years ago. It's not like that anymore. It's all algo driven. It's all, you know, high frequency traders. And that yeah, you know, I don't want to ever intend to impose our view of the market onto other people. I demonstrate it, I showcase it, let you draw your own conclusions. Does that look like a 5 and a 3 to you? I think so. Well, or it's a 5 within a 5. 3 with a 5, 3, 5, right? Does it move in 5 and 3s? Well, certainly it does here. Okay, so there's the weekly on Galaxy now, or pardon me, on Grayscale's BCH, right? Now BCH has been kind of a sleeper. Okay, are we doing this right? This would be a monster rip, right? This would be tremendous. I struggle a little bit with why. Just crypto enthusiasm, use case, right? I struggle with a little bit with BCH, right? Is this going to be the transactional crypto we're going to use? Maybe. I'm not fully bought into that, right? I just okay, right? I need to see it a little bit more. But technically, at the end of the day, right, we can look at this and say, well, fuck, do we care? Do we care really, right? If this is, you know, in 5 years, is this if we're transacting and, you know, buying groceries with Bitcoin Cash? I'm not so sure that I think that's where we're headed. But can we make money here? Right, that's what matters, right? Can we make money? Well, this certainly technically is a gorgeous setup. It's technical. We got a 5, we got a 3. We're right in the pocket of where you would anticipate that retracement. Can we get it up here? Well, now note one thing that he's doing here is he's making it very clear. This could be just an ABC, right? We made this. He's not labeling it a 1. Well, certainly you could. I'm not sure if that's because he thinks it's ultimately just all part of some larger correction, or we're only going to get 3. Why not give it a 4 or 5? Or maybe it's just too much, right? We start with the A, the B, and the C, and then let's see if we get a 4 and a 5. Interesting approach in the way in his choice of labeling. This all remains to be seen, but let me get over to. Oh shit! I put it up here somewhere. Oh, where did I think I put it over here? Okay, so here it is over just in my color scheme. All of the ingredients you'd like to see, right? I mean, we can start. This is where we can start to apply some of the things that we would teach you, right? So here's bullish bullet, right? It seems counterintuitive. Wait a minute, it went down. Why? How? That's bullish? Yes, that's bullish order flow, right? Because that's how the institutions, algos, right? They'll take it down to take it up, right? So this is the mitigation, right, of those shorts. That's the idea. So we come down here. This has been untouched until we got right here. So we nibble into it. We get some liquidity sweeps, and then we start to grind out of it. Okay, well now, long way to go, you know, to get up to, what would we be here, 60? So I wouldn't be hesitant labeling it that way. I mean, certainly, right, it could be an ABC, but I don't know that my first choice would be, oh, I'm calling it an A, right? I'm anticipating this to be a 3-wave. What else could we do here? And again, just applying the tools that we would teach you, right? If I've got this kind of a setup, I'm certainly going to put a set of median lines on it. Why do I do that? Because I know, right? This is, you know, from Dr. Alan Andrews, right? From this corner, right? Here I get a corner pocket, not a golden, but I get a corner pocket. I've got 80% odds that I get there. I'll take that all day long, every day, right? I don't care when it gets there, right? I just might be here, right? We could be out in 27, 28, but the odds stay intact, right? Based on, I don't know, what do we got? 40, 50, 60 years of precedent, right? That's a very highly probable target. Right now, a couple things have to happen. We have to sweep that liquidity, right, and keep pushing. But so we've got an algo here pushing for that right now. The key to this, right, is 80% is not 100%. Right? I say this every time I draw a set of median lines, just to be sure, right, that you're clear about this. 80% is not 100%, right? So the key to it, as long as this pivot holds, 80% odds we get there. Failure to make the median line sets up trading principle number 4. There are 4 key principles that we focus on. Failure to make the median line sets up a move equal to or greater than the swing that failed to get there. So you got to think through how you might interpret that. So for example, if we come out of here and we do a 1-2, whoa, okay, well, that's a failure to make the median line, but your premise would be, I'm not likely to do it in a straight line. I mean, it's possible, right? Anything's possible in the market, but more likely, right? If it's going to be, if it's going to be a third wave, it's going to need some impulsive price action here, right? Right? We need a series of 5s with corrective 3s, right? That's the foundation of Elliott Wave, right? So that's what we're going to look for. So, so if I bring this all back, if I can, let's redraw it. Right, if we come up here and I get a 1-2, well, okay, well, if I'm anticipating that that's a 1-2, well, it can't break that anyway, right? If it breaks that, it's not a 1-2, right? That's not even in dispute. But the 1-2 here is not panic time, right? If I get this as a 5 and I get a little 3 here, a little corrective action, let's consider adding to that position. I have a very nice risk profile because I know where my stop is. So I might consider adding here, or just put on a little bit of leverage, right? That, well, with Grayscale, maybe you might be using options, right? That's the advantage of do something like working with Grayscale. You can trade options on it, right? Now, if that's a preference for you, right? A way that you can kind of lever this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? That's what I'd be looking for. So now we're on a daily. Let's go down. Let's go to an hourly. See what this launch looks like. Do we have the ingredients here to start to get bullish? Get right on that pivot. A little choppy. Now, for me, as I look at this, that's not quite good enough. Do you have an impulse here? Well, you're really stretching to find it. And my view always is, we have so much to trade. If I don't get, well, let me redo that. If I don't get something that's clear to me, I'm going to wait. It's just me. Right? I'm not saying this is not going to the moon. But what 1, 2? No, well, not 3, not 4. What? It's kind of a choppy, kind of sloppy. Not enough, right? That's not what you would anticipate. Okay, if we're coming off of a hard low here and we're going balls deep, right? Okay, I get a little bit of displacement here, but I've left a little fair value gap down here, and I left that, right? So that's still down here. Potentially, if we get some sort of retrace. Best case, well, you can't get a 3 in there, right? So it's just not good enough yet. So my view would be, okay, contender. I would get this on a watch list. But be picky is my point. Why are you taking something that's okay? Maybe it's an impulse. Maybe it's going to. Well, it's not an impulse, but maybe it's going to turn into something bullish. Maybe there's some funky diag. Why fuck with it? I don't know what we're going to see today, but I bet we're going to find a setup that looks better than that. In no way, I don't want to discourage Clive, if I say that right. I don't want to discourage you here. I'm just saying, what's the foundation you're building your bullish position on, right? This is solid, but that is not. You know, again, maybe it turns into something. Pretty good looking move down, right? This is what you want to see, right? Good looking 3, 4, 5 to bring that down, right? We begin and we end in fives. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That's clean. This is schlop. So why we pushing? Why are we forcing? Oh, but I didn't want to miss it, right? That's always the, well, but I didn't want to miss it. What is it you're missing there, right? So let's think about where the resistance is going to be. Right? We don't have to wonder about it. We know where it's going to be. Right? I'm just pulling from the B, right? That's the first set of resistance, right? It's going to have to clear the algo from the top, right? So we've got plenty of resistance to work through. So for this to start to develop into something that looks more bullish, right? I'm not worried about missing something here. Whatever, if this is 1, 2, we get into some we do something like this. Okay, I'll take the retrace. You got to show me here. Why am I'm not putting money at risk here just because of just because of this, right? This has to be better. That's my opinion, right? That's what we would teach you, right? That's not good enough. It's okay, interesting. It's better. The move down is better. This is so 1 for the watch list, definitely. Okay, what else did he give me? He gave me Galaxy Digital, right? Again, the wave count. His work here is excellent, right? That's better than the setup. Although this might be more interesting. Okay, so let's go over to Galaxy and see how that looks. All right, no regrets, right? Long-term crypto bull and advocate, and he's been good for the industry, right? So we're getting technical action in Galaxy. Well, look, sure looks like that's interesting. Okay. So again, I know he's got this, right? So I'm just doing it for my own benefit, right? So we begin, so we get a 5, 3, 5. Well, yeah, we did. Okay, so 5. So here's your 5. Like, God damn, that's textbook, right? So 5 down, 3 up, 5 down, right? It's a little extended down here, right? The balance is a little odd. Okay, but 1, 2, right? So it kind of looks the same. Oh, what? Oh, what did I get there? Is that 1, 2? Oh, okay. 1, 2, maybe. Let's see if we can get this to work, right? It doesn't look great. Well, okay, we got that established. Excuse me. Let's see how he's playing this, right? It looks similar. 1, 2, got to pick something up here. Oh, that's nice work, right? I'm just looking at it first glance, but I think I agree with you. Let's see if I can get yours. You're doing it. Well, that looks like a 5. So I might beg to differ with you there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So there's a 5 there. I think you got a 5 right in here. Well, let me get down to a 4-hour. Come on. Jesus, what just happened there? All right, take me to a 4. Hello? How about a 3? Oh, that's weird. Doesn't like it. All right, I guess I'm only going to get daily. That's kind of weird. What's going on there? All right, I guess we'll have to do it on the daily. I don't know what is going on there. Can I get a good 3 in there? Let's see here. Let me push this off a little bit. I do not know. That is just really bizarre. Why I can't go down a lot. Why, what the fuck is going on with my machine? That's weird. Okay, I guess we'll have to work off the daily. Okay, so let's see here. Some sort of a diag into that 1. Well, okay, right. So this is our deepest retracement. That looks like a 5. So if we label this up, right, this is, a lot of what I do here is I keep it such that we're attacking this freshly, right? Because this is what you're going to do. You're going to bring up this chart and you're going to go, okay, how do I apply this methodology to what I'm seeing here? a bit bumpy here. So let's, now often, another tool you can use here, let's do some measuring, right? We say, okay, where do they usually go? That looks impulsive, right? So if I work backwards here, we want to be finishing something here. And you've got a clean channel, right? So this is nice and tight here. And then I've gone impulsive here. So it looks like I've got to do some sort of a, oh, fuck, I don't particularly like it. ABC, I don't love it, but looks like that's what we're stuck with. Some sort of an ABC here, which means I have to get done here. So where's that 3? I'm going to put that 3. Hang on a second. This is a tricky one. Okay, so it looks like we can go 3 here. 4. Where's that 5? Okay, it looks like I've got a completed impulse here. I'm like, I have to do the same thing again. That's the only way around it. So it looks like I've got to do, oh, here, let's take this down. Okay, it's a tricky one. 1, 2. It's not going to work. The diag is okay. Shit. It's getting a tough one to start with. Slows us down. All right, so I got a diag there. Here's an impulse, short, but there's no, so I complete here. I got to go ABC into a 2, but then I can't make it fly from there. Sadly. All right, so let's put it all together. So this would be 1, 2, no, pardon me. It would appear that at this moment in time, what I've got is a 3. I can't quite get a, this has got to be A, B, C into that B. This wouldn't, this would not fly. Let's check that. All right, so if the Elliott's elusive, let's see what else we have to work with. Now I'm pulling from this pivot because I'm going swing low, swing high to get that 5, or to get that retrace there. If I go back here, I'm at a 38. I'm too far. So from this, that looks reasonable, right? We get, so algo gets paid. But that is a little bit troubling there. 1, 2. Let's see, what's another option here? That's impulsive. It likes to do this, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's leave them up there. Let's go up to minuet. Let's change that color. All right, here's a 5, 3, 5, right? It loves to do that. And it looks like we're technical there. All right, come right to the golden. There's a 1, 2. Can't finish it. So what can I do? Well, I suppose I could do a diag here. I can't say I love it. This 5 really was a clusterfuck. This kind of changed the count. What's he doing with it? Can we get it in here? Problem is right here, right? It's after this 4, so this is your at 1050. Are you in log scale? Maybe not in log scale. No, you gotta be. No, you gotta be. I mean, I have a good answer here. Okay, let's consider the alternate here. Can we do it this way? I've got a 5 here. I got to. That could fly. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, you see that it's the issue with it here, right? Is we got overlap here. So if I go 1, 2, 3, can I get away with it here? Don't think I can. 3, 4. You'd have to finish it here. A, B. Let's try that on for size. Right? Often that's what you got to do. Oh, here, let's put this in blue. That's a stretch. It looks like a 5. Into the 4. Okay, let's consider that. This is a tricky one. That'll be close to the 38. Up for the 5. A. You can do it here. A, B, C, coming down for the 2. All right, so it's a shallow 2. Let's get this back up here. Closer to a 50. All right, that's starting to look a little bit better. Just out of curiosity here, I'd like to check this measure. I can't get the impulse there, so I have to do it here. So 4, 5, A, B, C. Okay, and then we go impulsive, right? So that's about as clean as I can get it without laboring over it any longer. Okay, so that's broken. So here we go. Right, so we've got a candidate for a good low of a 1, 2. So let's put the full labeling on this. Come here. Sometimes it takes me one to get warmed up. Okay, there's one. Decent structure here. It's not the greatest, but it's not bad. Okay, so the clear 5 down, right, is what you're pivoting off of, right? So we begin and end in 5s, right? So since we've already taken out that high, it looks like we end, right? So we end the correction here and we start the launch. So fuck, it won't let. It's just weird why it won't let me go down. 1, 2, 3. Looks like you've got it. 3, 4, 5. That looks like 5 down. So it looks like we're doing A already. A, B, C coming. Looks like this certainly could be complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so it's just a really solid channel. Right, so you like right, ideally, right, with Elliott Wave, the channeling is so critical to a good impulse. Then we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into a perspective A wave. B, now of course, right, this can rock from here. Let's use oh, what do I got below? Anything? Yeah. Okay. So completed impulse here kind of looks that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Nice and tight in the channel. I'd lean 5, right? So until let's see what happens up here. There's all the ingredients for that to be a 4, right? So you got to consider the options, right? Is it here? We're doing a 4 here, and this is a oh fuck, what we do there? Well, you might be able to wedge that into a WXY. For some reason, it's still not. It won't. That is just the weirdest thing. I don't know what's going on with that, but it won't let me go down to a lower time frame. So okay, could be that if we come up here, that's not necessarily bad news. What's the trend, right? You want to be shorting that? I don't. The only reason you might consider that if it's 3, 4, 5 here and it's done, oh well, you'd be looking for something deeper, right? 1, B, C, something like that, right? For the better buy entry here, you got an imbalance down here in an order block, right? So that might be a better place to be looking for that launch. But then, right, I understand that. Well, if I have, what if I miss it? What if I miss it? That, is it going to take away your birthday, right? I mean, you're gonna miss trades, right? I mean, get over it, right? If you miss one, okay, right? At some point, there's going to be a retrace, right? For those that didn't miss it. Well, just, you know, the thing that I try and really preach here is don't take a subpar setup just because, oh, well, I trade, right? So I trade, right? Or because, you know, as I often will say, right, it's a little dopamine shot in your day, right? Like, oh, okay, my day just got more interesting. I told this many times, right? I was a broker for 10 years. That was my job, right? Was to provide adult entertainment. It was never about financial management. It was all just adult entertainment. Right? As a retail broker, that's really what you're doing. Because you can't tell them what to trade. They're going to do it, right? So you just got to make it more exciting for them. 10 years of watching people lose money, that's how you learn how to trade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, 1, I'll wait. If it's going to complete, if this is the 4, right, could be, and we go for the 5, I'll wait for the retrace. I'm not worried about missing a lunar shot. Could be, I'm going to miss it. But if this is 1 and this is 2, right, and then I need a full impulse here, 1, 2, well, I'm looking for a 3 here. I'm not expecting it to go in one straight line. I'm expecting it to go as an impulse. 5, 3, 5, 3, right? You know how right? It's the genius of Elliott Wave, right? So if we get this 1 here, we'd have, oh, well, look what we'd have here. We'd have a big break of structure over here, right? What do we know, right? What do we, pardon me, let me rephrase that. What do we anticipate? Not what do we know? What do we anticipate after a major break of structure like that? A retrace. Why? Why do we anticipate a retrace? Where's the liquidity? It's not up here. There's no liquidity up here, right? So they eventually just run out of fuel. Where are they going to get it? Down here. They're coming for your stops. That's the refuel. That's what they're doing. Right? It's always, you know, bad guys, right? No, it's not the bad guys. It's the algorithms, right? And the institutions. Where are they going to get more liquidity? Not above. Below, right? That's where they get it, right? Looks like they ran out up here. Oh, where's all the buyers? Oh, here they are. Right, here's all the liquidity all down here. Same thing, right? That's why. So it's not just, oh, well, the market likes to retrace after breaking structure. No, it needs to. It's where the liquidity is, below it, not above it. All right. Thanks for those, Clivey. If I'm not saying that right, I apologize. CLVY, whatever that, how we translate that. Okay, here's little Dotties. Little Datus. I'm not sure how to say that. There's a restaurant near me called Little Dottie's, little hop. I don't know. Never mind. Okay, he's giving me Solana, which happens to be on the move. So let's get a look at Solana. Right. This is for those of you that believe that ultimately, right, the entire financial system is going to be restructured to accommodate digital assets. That's why you see all the talk about stable coins, right? Now the Fed is talking stable coins. It's coming. It's coming. Right? We've been talking about this coming for a long time. Well, I know you're seeing it. I'm just going to switch to my... Okay, so let's get this out of here. All right, so what are we thinking, little Datus? Okay, something here he's not sure about. ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I don't know what you're not sure about there. A, B, C. Okay, let's go. Let's pull back a little bit. Let's get the big picture here. Okay, Solana. I like what I see here. Well, okay. So he's basically saying, okay, this is what where I'm focused, right? So all of the prior history, right? Now maybe he's got a count, right? In log scale, yes. Let's come out of that for a second. All right, so we have a 1. Oh, I like this little. That's pretty. God, I hope I'm not going to have the problem here. Okay, I'm not. Okay, so. Oh, I see your problem. Okay, let's see here. Can we do this differently? Okay. I'm not sure I'd count it the same way, but that's all right. We get to the same destination. Sorry, guys. I'm summer here in Austin. I have severe allergies, right? Which is just a giant pain in the ass, but so I can't do anything about it. So I have to mute the mic a lot. Okay, so there's pretty good looking 5 down, right? So 5-3. I see your problem, right? He's got kind of a funky finish here. Can we do it differently? That's the question. You know, the problem is the finish. So in Elliott Wave, often we're working backwards, right? So we can see the 3. It looks like a 3 here that finishes that. Well, that doesn't fit, right? With we can't go 5-3-3. So it's a little bit of a cluster. Shit, I know I don't have that. Oh fuck! Let's see what I've got here, just for a reference point. Okay, so this right here's the working back. I knew I had this. Didn't have that. So we're going to go A, B, C into a W. A, B, C into an X. And because we're being forced into it, right, we've got to finish this as an ABC here, right? So the change is making this an ABC into a W to accommodate the fact that we begin and we end in 5s, right? So we can't finish with the 3, right? We get a 5 within the 3, but it's got to be WXY. So back to him here. All right, so if I do it here, I can kind of get it there for him. A, where's your B? B. Let's change that to yellow. You gotta get your C here, right? Then it all flies, right? Then you can do your WXY, right? Again, it's the finish, right? Forces the count, right? So you got to work backwards. So the first question is, oh fuck, man. So I'm changing my count because of the. Well, the question is, can I make it valid? Can I do it without, you know, such a hideous force fit, right? That I'm just doing it because I want it, because I want to see it. I don't think we've got a terrible force fit there. I mean, I know it's, you know, you can certainly see a candidate here for a 5, but is it legit? Can I do it as a 3-3-5? I'd say yes, right? And then we get a technical pivot here. Now let's get into that from the low. Okay, so oh shit, that's a lot of stuff in there. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna do this just to get some of those lines out of there. Okay, all right. So he went with a. What'd you do here? You went with a shift. Okay, I'm gonna take that off just so we can get in there and see a little bit better. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1. I like that. A, B. So I know it's harder for you guys to see it. All right, so it's A, B, C into the 2. And I think we do get a technical pivot here. I've got it right on there. Remember, algo doesn't care about your Elliott count. It's going to go to the dominant. All right, so a little front run on the 50. Clearly they got paid. So we're good there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the, how's he doing it? Oh, fuck me. Here, let me get to a 1. I love the detail work you're doing here. This is very good, right? You're definitely on the right track here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, skinny on the 5th. A, B, C into the B. Good, nice work here to finish it. Right, it's all very, very well done. Here's the problem child. Now we see the golden here, which is okay. That's the algos just doing their thing, right? So an impulse and a correction, but we can't call it. We can't. You see what you've done here? And this just may be, you know, this is like where, oh fuck, you know, Elliott Wave can be a pain in the ass. I understand. Trust me, I understand. But I can't go 1, 2, 3, 4 and call it an impulse, right? I can't do it as a 5, 3, 5, 3, right? Because of the overlap. So what is my alternate? Do I have an alternate? I'm going to pull this out of here for a second. Okay, let's look for an alternate, because this, again, this is what you guys have to do, right? So I try to think like you would think if you're approaching this. Is there a workaround here that fits? This is so close. I'm going to take that off for a second. Maybe. You're going to have to allow for a little slop there. Let's take that up a degree so y'all can see it better. Oh, let's go to white. This very four-like in that we stop the trend, right? The trend is going, and then, oh shit, what are we doing? What are we doing? Another option here is that this would be more legit without the overlap here. Oh fuck, here. I'm gonna have to go over here. See if I can get it done over here where I don't have, just to follow what you're doing here. Okay, so I went with a 1 here, which I think I was trying to get to, ABC. Let's finish that. A, B, C into the 2 here. Okay, now I get another impulse. Jesus, that's a lot of stuff on there. Hang on, let me get some of this out of there. Okay, let's clean it up a little bit. Let's get that out of here. Let's get that out of here. Okay. 1, 2. All right, let's get off to a good start. Okay, so 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get another candidate, right, for a 1. 1, 2, 3, sloppy in here. Maybe I go down, I'm going to go to 1. I can get a better finish there. It's not great. You know, it just, you don't expect Elliott to be perfect, right? There is no perfect in the market, right? Just, okay, right? Is it valid without a force fit? I mean, if I go down to a 2 minute, I can probably get a little diag into finishing that. The 1, 2, 3. Here's the impulse. Sideways in the 4. I get a little kick in the 5th. It's very, very subtle. I'm a little front run here. 50. Okay, right. And then I get a shot, right? Then I get an impulse, but I overlap, right? So what would your next thought be? See, this is the power of Elliott Wave. This should not be a bummer. This is the plus. It can't be a 3, right? Now, well, if you're applying traditional Elliott Wave, you would think, oh, well, if it's not a 3, what's the alternative? Well, if I'm looking for a big 3, right? If you're very bullish of Solana here, that 1, 2, the fact that I overlap here is not necessarily bad news, because what am I anticipating coming out of this? Let me take this up a degree. Let's go to minuet. 1, 2. Oh, well, I'm fully anticipating an impulse to come out of here. I've got my 1, 2. I want an impulse now. Not so you go, oh, but isn't it? Wait, well, no, that's not the 3 I want. I want a much bigger 3 than that. Where could that 3 go? Right? And, well, if I can go anywhere, but where do they typically go? This would be the most common location. So if I just barely cleared the 1 here. I just barely cleared 100%. So 1, 2, it's not bad news. That's good news. So let's get the median lines going again. Get original recipe on there. Oh, lo and behold, what do I see here? Let's get you right on the pivot. Get you right there. Get you right there. Okay, well, not quite, right? Didn't quite get there. So what's the threat? Now, remember, we just talked about this on the last chart, right? Failure to make the median line. Failure, that's a failure, sets up a move equal to or greater than the swing that failed to get there. That would put this low at jeopardy, right? That would be the target. We'll say, well, wait, but I thought I had a 1, 2. Well, that sure looks like a 5. That looks like a 3. Where might you be looking for that 2? All right, broke the golden. All right, so you've lost that algo support here. So what's one possibility we have to consider? See. Oh, probably got an order block down here. Although you'd need to refine it even more with that. because here's where you get the imbalances, right? So you got this down here. So, okay, candidate, which is, that's a little bit of a bummer. We've gone that deep, but that's not a disqualifier for a wave 2. We break this low. We got plenty of room here. And I'm in log scale. Do I need to be in log scale? Well, at this degree, no, I don't. It's impulse. Is there any way around that? No, there's really not, right? So this is impulsive. So that's also impulsive. So you're kind of stuck here going, oh, well, I don't want to short it. Although I did just get the, oh, but you know, here's what just happened. When I went out of log scale, what do I get here? Now I can't believe I didn't see that. All right. So here's my 80%. Oh, no, missed. Oh, shit. Are we not going to make it? Boom. Highest odds in trading, bar none, in every technical package that's ever been built, least used technical tool. 95% of people that are traders lose money. You think this might be something that could be useful? Did you know, right? Did you think it was going to get there? Oh, it's not going to get there. It's not going to get there. Got there. 80% odds, right? So there we go. Okay, so now I got a, oh. So what do I have to really be watching for is this low down here, right? If I come down here, I'm not, okay, it's a deep 2. It's not a deal killer. Now, the other thought is, what if I go impulsive here? Well, that's going to get a little funky. You're going to have to do A, B, C, which, well, let's see how far that goes. There's a limit to how far you can let them go. Well, that's the limit, 2618. This, do you see what that is? That's this swing. Now I'm going up 2.618, that swing. Got it to the tick. That's about as far as you can let them go. All right, so let me turn that back around to just, all right, so get that out of there. Okay, so possibly, right, that's one possible solution here to stay compliant with those rules and guidelines. Maybe, right? So what's the anticipation here? That's a little funky, right? That would not be my first thought, but it's a possible solution if we go impulsive here. It's possible. I would just leave it. I wouldn't label it until I get more data. And we broke the golden here, right? So key piece is that, right? Look, just enough to get there. It's amazing. All right, so now I'd be watching very closely for Al on the other side. Right, where is he? He's right there. It's the easiest thing to forget, right? You get all excited. Oh shit, it's going with that. You forget Al's on both sides. Always, always, and forever. Will always be there. And you can't forget that. So well, let's wait and see, right? To me, there's no trade there, not yet, right? It's, again, I'm picky. I would encourage you to be picky too. You got, I don't know, 30, 40, 50,000 things to trade. Why are you going to take something that's iffy? Well, I didn't want to miss it. Not a good reason to take a trade. Okay, let me keep going here. My guys remind me, you take too long on the first few and then you're rushing through the last ones. Well, I kind of warm up on the first few. They do tell me that. So better to get, you know what that means? Better to get your charts submitted earlier rather than later, because I'll get more time on them. Okay, here's Ripple. Ripple feels to me a little bit like it's taken so fucking long to get, you know, this sideways forever and ever, waiting for the, the lawsuits, you know, like the people are just going to bail and then it's going to rocket. I can feel myself. I trimmed a little bit. Just because it's taken so long, right? I'd better, well, other places I want to put that capital, right? So I cut my position a bit, which is a little bit of, watch the fucking thing will go now. It's just taking a long time to get out of this hole because it's, you know, regulation is fucking it up. Is it a 4, right? That's the big question. Now we got to be in log scale here. 1, 2, 3, right? It's because you can certainly see, right, one possibility here is that we're done. But if we're going to hold, right, bulls are holding for the idea that's a 4, and then I got an impulsive 1. So if I go to a 4 here, okay, 1, 2, do I get an impulse there? I know this can be really annoying. I think not. You're going to have to put your 1 down here, right there, and do your 2 there. That flies, right? So just a little fix here because we don't want to, you know, confuse with that overlap here. I think this is golden. I can't remember. It is. Although we should probably be over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like that is the higher high. I'm going to pull this out of here just for a sec. That's right. So we get a wick that goes down. But right, doesn't kill the algo. We have to have a close below. Something we've deduced over watching it. Okay, all right. So I was posting about this the other day. I'm just going to change this so I can see it better. Okay, 1, 2, 3. No. Well, okay, hang on. Just don't be so reflexive. See, do you see? I know you're looking for 5s and 3s. Okay, well, do I have a 5 here? Okay, yes. Do I have a... Okay, I can live with that, right? You got a WXY. I'm not sure I'd label it that way, but that's okay. Okay, that's okay. That's creative. Okay, so we get a 1, 2. I think you're stretching a little bit there to call that an impulsive 3. So do you see the... Who gave me this? This is Little Dottis. Okay, right. Do you see the issue here? You're calling this impulsive, right? But then you're going into a 3, 4, right? So number 1, we've already overlapped the 1. So you might be rethinking that, saying, oh, wait, oh, no. Well, you can't call that a 3. All right, so this has got to get pushed off here. So is it even a 1? Sadly, that doesn't look so great, right? So you got to look at that and think, okay, if I didn't get my impulse here, and if you're trying to turn that into a 2, that's such a horrible force fit. I think that's probably the wrong thought there. This is why it's just a little tricky in Ripple lately, because nothing's going to happen until all this gets resolved. You know, I'm going to blow this up on you here a little bit to rethink that. This is good. This could certainly be interpreted as a 5. You might be stuck with this, which is a little abnormal, but that might be your best bet here, right? So applying Elliott Wave. Let's think about Elliott Wave, right? Feel free to disagree. But you can't call that a 3, right? It's number 1, it's not an impulse. So what are you left with? Oh, maybe it's an ABC, and that's going to be the 1 of the 3. It's going to be a diag. Well, that's a whole lot of shit to be projecting, you know, off of just some price action here. This would be your best case, right? That you had a wackadoodle flat here, but even that doesn't work because you'd need 3, 3, 5, right? So you don't really. Pardon me, you can't do that, right? So you're better down here. 5, 3, 1, 2. Can we do it? Can we alternate that? God, even that doesn't work, right? You kind of. So can we put the 1 up here, but then you've got this to finish it. All the more while I just, again, it's just me being picky. Why would I put on a trade here when I can't get clarity on what's happening here? If it doesn't fit, I don't trade. When I say that, I mean fit my expectation of what would be the criteria that I would be anticipating for a setup for a trade. This, great. That, not so great. So if you're in, bail. Well, if I had leverage, I'd be a little uncomfortable. Right now, that's as far as you've got. I mean, fuck. That's a 2. Let's go to 30. Maybe you could talk yourself into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but best case that way. Let's consider that. If that's that, because the 1, 2 here is, you see what I'm trying to get to here? 1, 2, 3, you know, the balance. That's no trade as far as I'm concerned. You're not going to miss anything. If it starts to go, right, okay, well, let's see, do we get a 5 here? Oh, come here, right? Even that looks like a 3, right? Am I going to get this? Okay, well, then maybe I'd be back here revisiting. But right now, this just looks like no trade, right? This is just chop. I know nobody likes to hear that, but if nothing else, come away with, if it doesn't set up the way you want to see it, right, to where you have conviction, where you believe you have an edge, don't trade it. If you do, there's only one reason, right? Well, 2. FOMO. Oh, I thought it was going to go. Or you needed dopamine, right? You can get it other ways. Okay, so I'm gonna say no trade on XRP. It's just not ready yet. Crypto Janus has given me Bitcoin. Well, I think have some interesting things happening here. Last I looked, it was up pretty nicely. All right, so let's copy that. Sound going in and out here. Oh, sound is going in and out? Shit. Check, check, check. No, it looks like it's fine here. Okay, let me save that. SD, hope that's, you're not having, hope it's not a problem for everybody. Oh, I think I would probably hear from somebody. Okay, hang on. Okay, he wants Bitcoin, upper left corner. Okay, this is interesting. Let me get some perspective on what he's thinking here. Okay, I'm going to do this just because, again, I have an old brain, so just that color scheme hits my eye a little bit better. Okay, so we've got our, here's our all-time high. He's going to go WXY into an X. Oh, you locked me down. Oh, no, you didn't. Okay, so we're going to go, here's the X, WXABC into the Y. Over here. This has gotten a little tricky, right? So I actually have the same count, right? So this is the, what are we doing here? Okay, so this is our higher high. Oh shit. So this is what we're seeing here. I'm going to pull these out just so I can get a handle on it. Okay. I have the same count. I'm kind of the same way, right? Some of my guys disagree, right? That we've gone into a 2 here, a shallow 2, because we're now, it looks like we're going impulsive. But he makes a very solid point here. This could be a W. We're going into the X, although it's looking quite impulsive here in this move. Oh, come here. Let me get that. There we go. Okay, let's go down to a 1. See, do we have an impulse? Maybe not. Yeah. This is good work, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get that low in. Right, we got the fair value gap here. These seems to be highlighting here. The imbalance, right? We came back to, we haven't touched it yet. Actually, it looks like there's an order block in there too, right there. Okay, so that's still sitting untouched. If we look at point of control, looks like we're right coming to it. Here's the range, right? There's a value area. It's pretty tight. God, that looks skinny. No, it's good. From this low, here's where we've established value right within the corrective action, right? So this is all just, okay, we're value area high, value area low. Oh, a breakout. Okay, now, could it be an X? Yeah, it could be an X. Could it be the one of the 3? Yeah, it could be. All right, so as he's noting, there's a couple of different options here. Interesting, 96-day cycle there. Bulls, right, would like to see this be the 2. God, if I go to a 15, do we have it? Do we have an impulse? We got all the right ingredients here. There's a sweep of the low, which is a hallmark of a good low, right? We want to see a liquidity grabber here, right? So what are they doing there? They, or the algos, call them whatever you want, right? They're grabbing all the stops, right? You think there's some stops there? Yes, they've been grabbed, and now we come out of here with this full displacement, right? Which is straight line. That's how you know it's institutions, right? Because they're the only ones who can move the market in a straight line. You see this in the, I day trade every day. You see this in the S&P and the NQ all the time, right? They won't give you a retrace, right? It's just they're gonna grind it higher, right? And you don't want to buy the high, right? So you get a very shallow. You're down here waiting for the 50. You see it every day, right? That's how they squeeze retail out, right? They won't let you in. It's very, very, very deliberate, right? You have to watch it enough, you recognize it. Okay, 1, 2, right? Could we have a 1, 2? Well, it's mighty skinny. Could that be a 1, 2, 3, 4 going for the 5? Could be. Pretty skinny on the 1, 2. Bitcoin is notorious for tricky 1, 2s, right? And then we grind. Could be a W. I'm leaning impulsive. You got a 1, 2. This looks like we're in a 4, so it looks like that's got more to go. Now, what's the key piece, right? Always with a good impulse, right? Where you have conviction, you want that channeling to be tight and contained, right? You want it all be contained. You don't want to be doing, I try and make a point of doing this. You don't want to go 3, 4, 5, right? Never, right? That's not, not that does never happen. It's just that's not the one you want to put money at risk on. So self-contained into that 5, we'll see, right? So sure, where's the all-time high? This all-time high? Let's go to 2. Is it? Yeah, it is, right? So we're taking, it looks like we may be taking a run at that. Now, all-time high is what, right? What is that going to be? Major break of structure. Well, it's the same idea, right? If they go up here, where are they going to get refuel? Where are they going to refuel? Not up here. Never been up here before. There's no liquidity up here. Where are they going to get it? Down here. Again, that's why a break of structure leads to a retrace, right? That's why we anticipate it right now. Has we gone, many dollars points higher, right? Yes, but eventually they'll have to come back to refuel, right? The refuel is your stop, right? So keep that in mind. So 1, 2, right? It's too soon, right? How do you know? You just got to let this happen, right? You're gonna if it's going right, let it happen. Oh, but where's the worst possible place you could enter the market? I mean, the absolute worst. Right there. Guarantee you, many retail traders are going to buy there. Many. Did I say many? Worst possible place you could buy. Right? Are you buying full? I'm going to pay as much as I possibly can. Over the last 12 years, I want to get the worst fill I could possibly get. There you go. You're going to be you think that sphincter is going to clench a little bit if you get up there and it starts to waffle, right? You don't think the institutions know that? You don't think they know that? They're going to get you a little bit of nerve. They got a little bit of nerves, right? But you're going to fucking bail, right? And all you're doing is just handing them your Bitcoin, right? You might as well just mail it to them, right? Just put it in your wallet, send it over to BlackRock, because you're just going to give it to them if you enter there, because you're going to be so fucking nervous there. Oh shit. Why put yourself through that? Let it go up, however far it's going to go, it'll come back down, right? Because they will have to refuel. That's why every healthy market needs the retrace, right? They got to refuel it. There's no liquidity up here. Listen to me or learn the hard way. I learned the hard way because I was such an arrogant little prick. I know where that's going. Learn from people who've come before you, right? It's kind of how it works. All right, so do I want to buy that? Absolutely not. Am I glad to see it? Yeah, because I'm long from a lot lower. Okay, let's get on Bitcoin. Crypto Janice, well done. ETH seems to be playing catch-up ball. ETH going to come back to life. God, it'd be nice to see. Where is ETH? ETH is top right. I got to copy that again. Oh, maybe I had it over here. Oh, I can just do it over here. So let me reduce the number of charts I have up. Slows my machine down. Okay. So, oh, no, fuck. I have to do it this way. Sorry. Okay, let me go here. ETH. Still life. Oh, looks like some life. The count is just a shit show of Elliottians trying to come up with something that's reasonable. Oh shit, I don't like this. Okay, right. Talk about a correction, right? 28, interesting. Came all the way to the 2018 all-time high, or right here. Okay, that's a little tough to see in there. Okay. Oh shit, man, I can't see. I can't make hiding our hair in there. Okay, I gotta pull that out just because I can't see it. Oh, I forgot, right? He likes to he adds in a little Wyckoff in here. So potentially a redistribution. So here's so essentially what he's showing you here is this would all be, we've had a push. Right, now we're distributing here as we come down, right? So the premise would be, oh, God damn it. Swing, distribute, swing again. All right, so is that what we're doing here? Let's go to a 3. Oh, give me a second here. It's easier for me to see it. Okay, there's a 618 to this low, so I got an A, B. Here's he's adding in the Wyckoff. Show weakness, up thrust. We can put the 4 here as the Y wave. Up thrust after distribution, right? So that's, which is essentially, if you put it in market structure, right? What we're coming up here, what are they doing? They're sweeping the liquidity here, right? Right. So this is just like I showed you in Bitcoin. Where's the worst possible place you could enter the market? I mean, the worst. Like, you've got to be an absolute fucking moron. All-time high. What happens here? Retail, right? Fortunately, retail keeps doing it, right? So we take advantage of that. Worst fill in the history of Ethereum, right there. That's the worst possible place. But that's where people like to buy it. Why? Why do they like to buy it there? Because the retail thinking is, oh, it's safe now. Oh, it's safe. When in actual fact, that's couldn't be further from the truth. That's the worst place. But they keep doing it, fortunately for us. Okay, so what are we doing here? Got a 5. Let's go down to a 1. Looks like a whole lot of sideways there as we go in that channel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is, oh, see here, this you can feel free to disagree. I'm never here to tell you my count is the right count. It's just my experience tells me, okay, 3, 4, okay, 5. That's not so bad, right? I can live with that, right? So this is okay. This is simple and sharp. That's a little more complexity and sideways, right? So that's not so bad. Not too bad. And you get a 5 here, right? So you're kind of stuck with that, right? So this is good work here. 1, 2, and there's the little 1 that you can barely see there. 1, 2, so 1, A, B, C. No, the 1 has to be over here. If I can get at it. Well, let's go to a 30. You got to put it right here. Boy, that's a skinny too. Whew, that's skinny. 3, 4, 5 of 3. Yeah. All right, let's go with it. There's the 4. 1, 2. I'm going to beg to differ with you here. I think I would do this here. Again, I don't know that it matters here, but here. What are we hitting here? Imbalance down here. I get a better, the channeling is better here. So this now, I've moved away from this. This little impulse here looks like it's complete to me. So then I've gone into some sort of chop block, right? So you had the right idea, right? You had that channel right here. So now we're going sideways. Could it be the 4? Okay, could. But do you see how it gets distorted? Like, this is, again, you know, I'm picky about it, right? But there's what I get. Right, look, perfect. As opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I'm going 5. if I'm going to pick, right, if I'm looking at the two of those, well, you know, unless I'm forced into it, where this goes impulsive or something, I'm going to choose the first one, right? It's a better fit, right? But, you know, again, it's a lot of impulses over the many years I've been doing this, right? So when I see that, right, okay, well, we're good, right? So anything else is happening is the next leg. So 1, 2, shallow 2, okay. Could I be wrong about that? Of course. Right? We don't know where that's going or what's next, right? So you have to make a calculation based on what's in front of you. Right? That's the thing with Elliott Wave, right? Particularly when you put out content like this, right? Today, right now, at this moment in time, it's just a snapshot in time. I would interpret it that way. If we get a big rip-roaring impulse here, I might think differently. If I roll over, again, I might think differently. But shallow 2, okay, it's not like that's never happened. That's pretty shallow. Well, let's do the full boat here, right? So a 2 at the 38. Oh my God. Yes, it happens. Where's the resistance, right? You got to ask yourself that. Something I need to say. It's the easiest thing to forget. Oh fuck! Oh shit! I forgot Al's gonna. Right now we got a little nugget went through, right? So maybe we can push here and get a more solid close above. If I'm right on that, sure I'm right on it. It looks like we got a little turtle head going through there. Would like to see that's wick, right? Wicks do the damage. Bodies tell the story, right? So if you went here to a line chart, oh. Now, looking at that, what would your first thought be in labeling, right? Oh, fuck me, come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still, look, and that same idea, like, oh, if I'm going to get a rip-roaring tight channel here, bring it on, right? If I'm going to get something like this, or if we got almost overthrow here. This is overthrow. So a shallow 4 would not be out of the question. But we got to have a close on the other side of that, right? To kill Al, right, from that pivot. Then, okay. Now always, right? It takes just seconds, right? Just for conviction. Where'd we go? Where's the highest probability location for a wave 3? Right there. See, all the pieces matter. Right? Which is why I try not to skip any. Right? It's like, oh, okay, well here, okay, I got a good looking channel here. You probably have to tighten this up even more to accommodate how steep that's moving. Jesus, I mean, machine acting funny. All right, for that skinny 4, up for that 5. Love it, love it, love it, love it, right? So shallow 2 here, and don't have this yet. Don't have it. Sure would like to see it right up at the 2618 from the length of the 1, predict from the 2. So is there a trade? What's the next move? Is there one? Well, one thought, right? You're going to be a little bit more conservative. Let this finish, right? It's not finished yet. Let's let it finish, right? Assuming it's going to, and then, right? So if we put the full labeling in, 1, 2, that's going to have to go a whole lot higher. Let's go up to a minuet, right? So 1, skinny 2. I don't know that I'm going to get that, but I'm sure would be watching for it. Flat. Skinny 2s, right? When crypto's going, skinny 2s are to be anticipated. Shallow 2s, I should probably say it that way. Okay, cryptogenesis looking good, stronger every day. Okay. Andreas, man, he is a Bitcoin Satoshi's vision hodler. He loves it. Let's see what we got here. I think maybe he's so deep into it, right? So he keeps posting. See if we're making progress here with Satoshi's vision. Oh, come on, machine. Okay, let's save it. Bear with me. Okay. Oh, what? Whoa. Wait a sec. That's not what you wanted. I got Bitcoin Silver here. Why did I not get that on the copy? Oh, shit. Hang on. Oh, come on, machine. Jesus Christ. Hang on. A possible problem here. I think if I just type in BSV, I'll get your... Oh, come on, come on, come on. And I think his, I think he's working off of the aggregate. Where is it? Oh, come on, machine. This is frustrating. There it is. No. That's not that. I want... Uh-oh. What's happening here? Oh, it's not that. All right, let's just go up. Let's just go up here. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Oh, fuck. Where are we going to do this? Okay, maybe that, I'm assuming that must be yours. Oh, I think that's yours. Okay. Now my view is that you don't want all that. Now, let's see if I can do this here. Hang on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, and you locked me. Okay. All right. I gotta take these off here. I don't know what's going on. And you locked me there. Okay. Okay, all right. So this is, I like your thinking here. Now you've gone to, rather than the truncation here, you've gone to the full 5 up here. How you doing this? What are you doing down here? ABC. Okay, well, see, the only thing you missed here is you didn't finish labeling it. If that's A, B, C, right, we got to call it something. That's A, B, C. We can call that. We know what that is, right? So we can go W, X. Can't now. Y's got to come down here, right? Looks like he had the idea that it might have been here. Well, now we break, so that's out. That's all out. Oh, fuck me. Here, I've got it. I've got it somewhere here, but I'll stay with yours. Okay, so all of this comes out with this price action. Oh, Jesus. You were detailed in there. Oh, you're giving me the weekly, that's why. Oh, fuck. He locked me up. Don't lock them before you send them, because then I just have to unlock them. Okay. What are we doing with that? I'll tell you what that is, a giant, big, fat disappointment, right? For anyone who's a Bitcoin Satoshi's vision bull. All right, so, well, you're stuck with that. So that's got to all go off. Oh, it's a bummer. Bummer, right? It's welcome to trading, right? Markets are going to disappoint you. Well, it looks like you're stuck with an A into this B. We're looking for that C. You know, pick your, you know, it almost doesn't matter. Impulsive, corrective. This is good luck with the count in there. What's the positive that I can give you here? Well, we just had a liquidity sweep. All right, so where do they get liquidity? If they want to take it higher, they got to take it lower first. You're into this wick down here, which was all the support down here. It's too bad here, right? So alts must be kicking, or excuse me, Bitcoin's alts must be. I don't know why this is dumping. Looks like you might have an algo at play here. Yeah, it looks like you do. I get. Let's see here. Too high. 50. 50. All right, so there's your target. It's classic, right? Where you expect to be, running from the 50 to the 786. There it is, right? It did it as a 3. This is, well, the only thing you can say here, this is actually a good example of why you don't try and pick turns. Right? This is a great example of that. Right? This is probably one of the most, you've heard me say this before, right? Every trading decision you make, everyone, there is no trading decision you have ever made that cannot be boiled down to just this simple fact. You got to swing, you got to retrace, right? Which side's going to break? This one or that one. That's it. That's all it's two-dimensional. That's all the market can ever do. Right now, we can add complexity to it, right? But really, at the end of the day, I don't care how far that goes. I don't care if we're looking at NVIDIA, right? If we've gone from 0 to 20,000, at some point, right, the retrace happens. Which side breaks next? Whether we're talking this little tiny little thing, that's all the market can do because it's two-dimensional. Right? So you see here, this is why you think, you know, oh, the low's in. Right? This is why you can't do this. One, oh no, it's not in. Oh, now it's in. No, oh no. Okay, yeah, that's probably it there. Oh no, that's not there. Oh, that's definitely it. Nope, not there. No, oh, that's got to be it. Oh, for sure here now. Oh, right, you can't try and pick those turns. Right? It's just there's never a reason to do it. Well, okay, sure, there's going to be times where you're going to get something that's going to, you know, do something abnormal and do that, right? But more often than not, you don't want to try and pick the turn. You want to let it do what it's going to do. This is just a series. Any question about the trend? Lower, low, lower, high, lower, lower, high, lower, low, just over and over and over and over again. That's why you have to wait. I know it's frustrating because, oh, look what a hero you are if you pick the turn down here. Oh, it's the lowest risk and the highest reward, but I don't care. Over time, you're going to lose way more money than you're going to make trying to pick the turn. You have to let this come up here and give you a change of character. All of this has to be swept, right? Because there's liquidity on every one of those pivots because whoever's short here, moving their stop, moving their stop, moving their stop, moving their stop. So all of that has to be blown out. It will get blown out, but that's not, you're not the one to let that happen. Let the institutions do that. You want this one. That's where you want to enter the market. After all of that has happened, you are not the person to do that. Let the institutions and the algos do that. You try and do it, and you're going to get your ass handed to you. And worst possible outcome is you get away with it, because then you'll try it again and again and again, and eventually you'll end up with no money in your account. Because you cannot do that. We can't move the market. We just want to tuck in behind them, right? So every one of those swings has got liquidity behind it. Let them sweep all of it, right? And then they'll come back down. They'll have to mitigate, right? They'll do it here, and then you got to trade. Until then, you got to wait. Now, I will say, right, if you're so committed to the long-term vision of Satoshi's vision, you could probably talk yourself into, well, if I'm okay parking money down there, well hell, look, you know, that's about as low as it's been in a long time. Only one lower low. So if I'm buying it down here, well, look at all the upside I've got. Well, that's, to some degree, you're giving yourself permission to just sit there, right? Is that the best use of your capital? Are you adding here? You're so bullish that if it's down here, oh fuck, I gotta buy some more. Is that what's going on in your head? Maybe. My suggestion would be wait for that. See, when we put it in context here, like really, are you missing all that much? Really? Oh, fuck, I knew it was going to go. I didn't want to miss it. Okay, from 22 to 40. Okay, maybe you could have doubled your money there, but the risk is just fucking insane. Why? The name of the game is stay in the game. Why are you taking that risk down here? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Until you've got a higher high, this is not a buyer's market. Unless you just want to park some money here, because, well, shit, if I liked it up here, I'm going to love it down here. But as a trader looking to get into something, no, not there. No. Guarantee you got people shorting it there. Well, it's a breakout. If anything, what is that breakout kind of teeing you up to, like, oh, well, they just grabbed the liquidity there. Maybe the next thing to come is that. Because this is going to, they are literally going to ass rape anyone who sold it right there. That don't recognize what just happened there, right? That's liquidity. Liquidity. They grabbed it right there. Now, if it pops up, okay, good, right? For, Andreas, I'm assuming he's pretty long. That's what you're waiting for. This entry right here. Let them do that. You. And they go. Okay. Hangman. How am I doing on time? Oh, fuck. Half an hour. Hangman had a couple of good posts last week. Let's see what he's up to. Something he had last week I liked. Oh, Coinbase. Yeah, let's be them. Well, this is much like we looked at GLXY and some of the other crypto-based equities. What's not to like here? Oh, this, well, right off the bat, I already see, right? So hopefully some of my teaching is, locking in. Okay. Okay. Well, the only thing you didn't do here is you didn't label your macro count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's kind of a key piece. Don't leave that off. Okay. Right. So I got 1, 2, 3. The 1 is not threatened at all. Okay, this is interesting, right? So this is interesting. Okay, all right, Hangman. I'd love to know your thinking here. So the premise here is that per his Elliott count is that we've got a 1, 2, 3. Where's our 4? Here, and we've gone 5. Okay, so here's the premise. Right look. Yep. Extension in the 5th. Great. It seems to be what your thought here is, Hangman, is that we can't possibly be done here, right? So this could only be a 1, 2, right? We're going to have a massive extension into the 5th. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, and that 5 is going to go way, 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 way up here. Right? Well, he's got it up here. We're going to go way up here. Could be. So my first question to you is, you see how that would be abnormal, right? That we're going to put in, well, let's see what you're saying here. I'm going to move this here now. I'm glad to see that you had that there. I'm going to push this off for a sec. We have a completed impulse, don't we? Am I missing something? We're not in log scale. Do I need to be in log scale? Well, my low down here is 135 to 318. You go either way here, right? I'd certainly look at it in both, right? Does it, of course, all we're doing is just opening up the compression down here. Is there something here that's problematic? Nope, right? That's like a good looking 1. Good looking 2. Let's measure, right? Well, now it's a log scale measure, but how do we do here? Now, that's where I would check, right? Taking it out here. Any better? Really, it's not much better. Not much different. Right, we don't make the 100, but, here's an important point, right? Longer is longer, period. Right? So he might think, oh, fuck, well, it's not longer here, right? So longer is longer. So if it's not log scale longer, how can we accommodate what you're trying to get to here? Well, let's look at a scenario here. How could we do it? Is there a way to finish this here? Do it here and I finish the 5. Does that help? Into a double? I don't think so. Because that's such a clear... Let's hang on a second. Right, I'm trying to get you to where... Okay, maybe we can rethink this as a 1-2-1-2, right? But this, I think you're just this is a little bit too optimistic. Because if we've completed an impulse, right, where are we expecting that retrace to come? Down. Oops. Down here. Now, is the market obligated to do that? Of course not. Where do they usually go? That's a lot of what we're doing with Elliott Wave, is we're leaning into the precedent. Okay, over the last 96 years, right, where do they typically go? It doesn't get any better. If I try and shuffle these around and make that the one, right? Then so maybe you're thinking 1-2-1-2. Let's take a look at the EWO. Oh, fuck. Why my machine is acting so bonkers lately. Hang on. Now let's see what this retrace did. All right, could we? Is it reasonable to think we might have a 2 here? One, 2. Well, that's shallow for a 2. For keeping the count up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a fucking textbook. Right? That's a perfect impulse here. So this has to be accounted for somehow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So finishing that, okay. Shallow on the 2 though, right? That's you'd be looking, going, oh, that's pretty shallow, man. We don't even make the 23. Log, right? Come out of log. Okay, still same. It's not much different. So question mark. Ooh, is that the 2? Okay, let's go with it. 1, 2, 3, right? So what's the alternate? 1, 2, 1, 2. That's your alternate, that this is going much higher. So let's see if I can get you there in a way that would make sense. So this would have to be 1, 2. This would be 3, right? You're putting in 4, 5. Let's pull this off for a second. All right. I'm not saying right, wrong. I'm just looking at, is there another way to count this that would make this look closer to what you've teed up here? So let's go blue here. 1, 2 into a 50. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Well, let's measure it. Does that make sense? Good looking impulse. Second most common. 127 to 138, right? Literally we split it. Looks like this is complete, right? Again, same idea being I've got a very tight channel, right? And I've just come out of it. So ABC into the 4. Okay, well, I suppose the only other alternate would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, when you start putting up that many 1, 2s, I tend to choke on them a little bit. Like, God, am I just doing that because I want it to go higher? He wants to buy it here at this order block. Looks like that's his thinking, right? You have this little order block here. Looks like that's what his thinking is. 1, we're going to go ABC. Well, nothing wrong with taking a trade here, right? I might come a little lower. Like that, right? So AB, working on the B now, looking for that C to come down here. Do you be, oh shit, I didn't want that. That's all right. 1, I'm going to change that. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 1, 2. One way you can kind of approach this, just to try and simplify it, is if I've got a completed impulse here, which I do, and I have one here, and I have this one's a little wackadoodle, right? It's often the case, the first one, right? Because we're trying to come out of the long downtrend. So that's why often you find diags here, because bull bear, they're fighting it out down here, and that's why you get all that chop until finally one side wins out of the other. In this case, being bulls. If they pick it up, okay, well, so I've got the 1, 2, another 1, 2. I mean, the start was to put the 3 here, 4 and 5, right? But that's not where you might anticipate it. But 1, 2, okay, this is trying to give you that bull count. 1, 2, 3. No, okay. The other thought would be 1, 2, 1, 2. Now we're getting, you know, if you go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, you're putting Facebook, or excuse me, Coinbase. Where the hell did that come from? Coinbase, you know, over 700. Okay, maybe, right? If we're going to have just a thriving crypto bull market, okay. So I would take these one impulse at a time. So right here, right on the idea, oh, okay, well, there's an impulse. Well, here's a reasonable correction. I'm between the 50 and the golden zone. I might put my stop just a tick under the 707. Because if you're coming that deep, right, then likely it would be a 2. It's just a lot to forecast. You probably have a corner pocket here. Right, another example of why you don't want to forget these. 80% odds from this corner, right? It's a perfect 50 to the tick. Boom. There's your 80%. Right, now you don't have to necessarily bail out everything here, right? What do we end up going to the other side? Right, hover, right? Trading principle number 3. If not, we're going to pivot right at the median line. We're going to hover around either side of it until the market decides which way it's going to go, to the upper or the lower. Right, this one goes upper. Put the whole thing together. There's your corner pocket. Yeah, it's hard to call, right? We're not going to know until we see what comes next, right? Is it 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Well, we don't know until we see how deep the retracement goes, right? So it's a little bit of a hurry up and wait. I would not be enthusiastically buying there. Discount premium. Where are you buying? You're buying premium. Premium of the premium. So definitely get on your radar, but I don't think it's ripe at the moment. Hangman, good post though. Very good post. Copy link. Let's see what else he's got. This one is Tesla. Okay, Tesla's certainly in the news a lot. Fucking unbelievable. Political theater. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, does that makes sense? Okay, let's just take a look here. I got a little bit of a problem there. We're going to do it as diag. 1 ABC, ABC, ABC. Okay, we can do it as a diag. I'm going to pull some of that out of there just so I can get in there and see what you're thinking. Okay, so you're going with an impulse there. So, okay, remember you want to, you know, label, you know, if you have something that's completed, you know, what are you calling it? In a diag, where do we want to look for the wave 4? From the start of the wave 1 through the pivot of the wave 3, this one goes golden. Interesting. What do we do here? That's deep. All right, so we break golden there. So you got a deep 2 here. This is that's a fucker, but it's legit. All right, let's go to the 1. So ABC, ABC, ABC into the 4 for the diag, and this has to be A. So let's get this done. A, B, C is what he's looking for. Come out of there. Right, A is in. Looks like B may very well be in. C on deck. So let's take, since that's going to be, if we're going for that upper channel, which is a good target, let's take the start of the 1 through the pivot of the 3, projected from the 4. I do the same thing over here. If this is the 1, projected from the proposed 2, right, looking for some confluence. Anyway, it's not great. You might be able to use this again. But you're going to get there, right? Because this is so sharp, you get there too soon. It's not the right angle there. So the channeling that he's working with here is better. It looks like that is already out of play. So this is the channel that's holding the market. That's a pretty good target right there. So is he long? Well, it looks like he's already long. Long, or he just took his entry here. Look at how nice that is. It's got 8-to-1 risk reward. I would tell you could probably push that up. 11-to-1. Maybe you're taking partials along the way. Because if this is the A and the B, what are we anticipating here? This is not optional. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? A was wacky. Here's sharp B. Well, I need an impulse here to finish it. Now, it doesn't have to go in a straight line like that, you know, nice and tight. But I certainly want to see a nice tight channel to complete it on the way up there. So Tesla, you know, it's the same problem, you know, for day traders in the equities markets, right? I mean, they have to talk all the time, right? So you're in the middle of a trade, and it's making the day trading annoying, right? Because they, you know, Trump has to have the microphone at every second of every fucking day, right? So he's, you know, farts, it moves the market. But I let a little of my own bias get exposed there. So let me get that. Erase. Okay, so I think I got you there, Hangman. I think, right, if you're in, let it rip, right? But remember, it's impulse is what you're looking for. Bu7Manani93, I don't know how to say that, but let's go with his. He gave me a link here. What am I doing on time? 1:11. Okay, I think I'm going to make it. Okay, this I'm getting, oh fuck, what I got here? B2Gold Corp. Okay, right, so just Bu7Amani93. Take a look in this channel, right, within the Discord. Go to the pinned tweet. It'll show you how to post a chart that I can work with. B2Gold Corp. I don't know what I'm looking at there, but let's see what I can find out. Hang on, that's a copy. ETH. Okay, that's good. So B2. Jesus, what is this called? B2Gold Corp. Oh fuck. I put a space in it. Oh, dude, I don't know what the fuck this is. This is, it's not, I don't have a symbol here. BTG? Is that it? Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it. All right, so you gave me, what did you give me? The time frame, you give me a weekly. Okay, here's the tray, here's the chart. So first challenge, let's get the chart. I need to be in log scale. It's 4 times the range, probably. Yeah, gotta be. Do I have any? Oh, come on. Jesus, what's up with my machine? Okay, do I have an impulse here? Nope. What do I have here? Well, there's not any particular Elliott count here that's, you know, particularly stands out. Not that that's a requirement for a trade. It's just, you know, useful when you can identify some structure that might create the appearance in your own mind that you had an edge. Looks like we got an ABC here. Looks like I can go A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so into a diag to finish that. I get an impulse, I get a zigzag, I get a diag. Seems to like the 50. The problem is you can't call that a 1 or it's ABC. Well, what can you say here, right? That you've come back into consolidation here. It's okay. It's a bit. It's okay. So I got a little micro trend starting here. You know, I got higher highs and higher lows. It's okay, maybe. None of this price action is particularly suited to what we would teach you, but I mean, it is what it is. Is Alan here? There he is. Yeah, he's in there because he's everywhere. This little wick got through. Look, you can see what they did here. This is the liquidity that they grabbed in the golden zone. Looks like we followed that with another one, or a 50. No, it's another golden. Okay, so we go golden, golden. Here are the two targets, right? So even when you're looking at this thing going, oh, what the fuck? There's no, I don't know what the hell is in there, right? How did Al do? 1, 2, right? Is Algo getting paid? Right there. They are literally banking their pay right there. So can you trade it? Well, you know, there's no Elliott here that's going to be useful to you. But you look at this and say, okay, well, I got some sort of impulse. So that looks like a 5. Jesus, it looks like you'd have to, for any Elliott here, this is a 5 down. So you'd have to be doing this A, B, C into that. And then this would have to be 1, 2. 1, 2. 3 would be up here. 1, 2. I don't know that that's anything that I would chase. Maybe you've got your 3s going in. It's going to be a skinny 3, right? Maybe you're putting your 4 in right here. But you've already overlapped the 1. So, okay, can I get a diag out of here? Can't say I see anything here that has me really wanting to get this on my watch list. But, you know, it's maybe something that you're trading. Clearly, right, the algo is in here and it's playing ball. So until you get something that really stands out as an impulse on the way up, I just work the algos. I wish I could give you more there. But you also gave me a G. A G. Let's see what he's got here. AG. Okay. Okay, that looks nice. Okay, so this is, you give me another weekly, and this is AG. Is that what I got here? First Majestics. Is that what it is? AG. First Majestic. Yes, it is. First Majestic Silver. Okay, do I need to be in log scale? Well, you give me a weekly. All right, that's interesting picks. Okay, so it looks like I've got a 5, 3, 5 to get into the correction low, right? So how is that technical? So we got a little wick tick through it. Look how it handles the 50, 50 golden zone. Elliott count. Well, you get fucked here, right? So you got a perfect 5 here, right? So you go 5, but then we break the low, so that doesn't work. You know, these are some unusual choices. I'm wondering what it is that has you choosing these. Because if I brought that chart up, I would be there for 3 seconds before I went to the next chart. Nothing I see here. Nothing I can lean into, and with. Oh, I see what you're thinking. WXY, something like that. You can't do that, right? You got to do your B here. A, B, C. Even that is iffy. Is that that's? Yeah, I'm just curious what your criteria is. So why you're picking these, right? Is there something you're in? That looks like who knows what. It's just consolidation, right? You have no. It's not that the market doesn't. You know, of course, the market consolidates like this, right? What's your edge here? That's a rhetorical question. You don't have one. There's no edge here. If anything, I'd sell it here. We're looking for the back of the low of the range, right? Look up to the top, down to the top, down to the bottom, up to the top, middle, top, right? For that to get interesting, it's going to have to do something like this. and then do something, and then, oh, maybe. But as it is right now, you have no edge there, so there's no trade there. No trade. Nothing to lean on. But maybe, right, the WX. What would your best case be? That we've got A, B, and C is coming down here. That's a lot to factor in without, you know, without getting it. So, message, can anyone help with sending a link? Okay, yeah, so he's working on it, right? So next time he'll have it right. Okay, no worries. B7 Namani 93, right? You'll get it next time. Okay, Pilgrim, Quant. Okay. Let's see. Did you give me a link? Yes, Pilgrim. Up and comers. He's been consistent on the live streams, right? So he's working at it. He's working on his skill set. Market doing absolutely fucking nothing. Let's see here. Oh shit. Let me copy that. Okay, Pilgrim. What are you giving me here? Oh, you're giving me, no, here's Quant. Okay, so, well, I like to look at this. I'm going to put that in just a brighter color. And same with that one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's beautiful. Let me take that off. We got it, right? Oh, I see what you did there. You're working on. That looks more to me like a WXY, right? But you know, I don't know that matters, but could even be a triangle, A, B, C, D, E. It doesn't matter. Okay, so we got our 1, 3, 3, 5 into the pocket here between the 50 and the golden. Nice. 1, 2, 3. Let's go to a 1, right? So we can see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gorgeous, right? Now we got something we can work with. Right, so I've had this nice channel here that contained this impulse right on the way up. Here's the break. I'm sure I can see it. He's pulling it from the low. So we have the pocket. Why do we stop here? Liquidity. Well, you can see the liquidity sweep right here. They sweep it here, come down. That's actually a great example, right, of what you're looking for. I'm going to push that. Oh, he's locked it. Oh, that's right. Really, really nice example here. Let's zoom in. Here, I'm going to do this. Hang on. Just to kind of get this locked into your brain if you don't have this already. Okay, all right, so what are we doing here? Let's use this one, right? So we're lower low, lower high. Lower low, lower high. Lower low, lower high. Lower low. Oh, let's stop right there. Okay, all right, so we've got all this downtrend here. Now, do you see we get a couple of things that happen here? Here's the liquidity grab, right, that you want to look for, right? That's a hallmark of what, if institutions are at play here, those that can move the market, they're going to leave a little print like this. I think, you know, nothing's absolute, right? But when you get something like this, right, and see how this fits in with Elliott Wave, they're sweeping the 3, right, to give you the low, and then look what comes off of it. Now, what do they leave? What do they leave behind? Right? That's how you know it's an institution. What are they leaving behind? Right, displacement. Right, do you see that? I'm sure you do. Right, this isn't like all over the internet. Fuck, if you go to trading anything, right, you've got 25,000 ICT channels that are going to teach you the same shit over and over again. Okay, right, so we get this, right, so here's the imbalance. We come back to it, right, we're filling the imbalance, right, so the idea is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we're coming back, right, so this is why. This is that. Looks like that might be deep for a golden. It is, right? So we get wicks down here coming through, but what are they doing? They're coming back here. So the premise is, hey, that moves so fast, there's unfilled orders down here. Not everybody got the fill they wanted. In particular, if it's size, right? If it's institutions, they can't fill everything at once, right? So a lot of times, right, half their order book may be, the order may be sitting in the book here. That's why you want to pay attention to those. And once we fill that, displacement again. Do I have anything up here? Oh, up here we go. All right, so here it is. Here. Right, there's so many free ones now. There's lots of good ones there, right? So okay, well these are the footprints of institutions. Boom, right? Oh, whoop. Know what you're looking for, right? But it starts right here. Sweep the low. Displacement, come back, right? But here's what retail does. Where does retail buy this? right here. Oh, it looks good now. Where do they get out? Oh, fuck. I thought that thing was going to go. Buy the high, sell the low. They do it all day, every day. Until they learn, right? One or two things. They get blown out, right? To say, oh, I need somebody else to do this for me. I can't do it. Or they learn, right? But every day there's a new crop of, I don't know how many new traders coming in and make their fortune here, and they buy the high and they sell the low. Fortunately for us, right? Because if you stick around long enough, you survive long enough, you know not to do that. You know that's exactly what you're looking for. Look at the risk reward here. Where's your stop? Where's your stop? Way down here. Here, where's your stop? Way up here. Right? I mean, you literally couldn't do it any worse, right? Somebody bought that, somebody sold that. You couldn't have played it any worse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So now what do we got here? Yeah, it's so close, right? I'd probably put it right here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I would just leave it here. It's a little, I wouldn't. You could do it a couple of different ways, but I would. Well, let's see. That looks like a 1, 2, or an A, B. It's not quite clean because of that. Well, that has to be your 2. Let's see if we can label this. Ooh, yeah, I want to put it here. Let's go to 15. Can I get that done? Boy, it really does double up there. There's no way around it, right? You're going to have an overlap no matter what. Oh, if you wanted to be really hardcore, you know, I'm not that hardcore. Probably do that. Pardon me. I'll probably get you done. So where are we? Pretty shallow. For 2, what else would you think? I got a beautiful looking impulsive 1. Okay, that certainly looks impulsive, right? Coming off of this shot here, that looks impulsive. So what are you anticipating? Not what do you know, what are you anticipating? Come here. Right, if we go up here and we break that high, right, you got more liquidity over here, so you can see. Right, remember after every pivot, right? There's liquidity, always, 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 right? You think there's some up here? So where's the liquidity? Right there, right? So we're going to go up here and just go straight. Are they working off a secondary pivot? Nope, nope, nope. Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, right? Could it be an extension? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seems unlikely. Right, we'd be mighty skinny on that too, but okay, well, it's not like it's never happened. Okay, maybe. Where's the worst possible place to buy? Right here. Don't do that. Well, I would encourage you to think twice about doing that, right? Because what you're going to grab this liquidity, all these equal highs up here, you're going to grab this. What does that set up? Oh, but I didn't want to miss it. Yeah, the seller down here didn't want to miss it either. Maybe. But, okay, why? Right? Just okay. Look at the range here. Right? Remember we talked about this before. Here's the swing. Here's the retrace. Which side's going to break? Well, you would anticipate that this side is closer to breaking, right? Well, what's up there? A bunch of liquidity. Grab it, Are they going to do this and then go? Well, if they could, what's more probable? Right. Once they grab this, where's the next location? We go internal, external. Where's the next place for liquidity? Right here. You can see a more typical. It's going to be A, B, C. I don't know. You have to know, right? If you're not paying attention to the liquidity, you'll end up being the liquidity. You got very clear all this consolidation down here. So if I do something like this, you know you're likely to find that be a high volume node. That wasn't a stretch. A high volume here. Okay, let's get back to where's the resistance. Broke it. Right, it's stalled right here, but you have closes through, right? So he's broken. Good news for a bull. Nice tight channel, right? All the pieces are there. Nice tight channel for that to go up. But a little abnormal. That's going to be that shallow. Maybe crypto is going to be so bullish that oh shit, oh fuck, it's shallow too, right? In a crypto bull, that'll be a hallmark of it. You'll see it often. So we can change the channeling. Sounds funny. Let's change the channel. Right now, that's your channel. Until proven otherwise, right? This could go A, B, right? We could go deeper, but right now, if we sweep that high, remember this. If this is the 2, this is not optional. This must be an impulse, right? Or your analysis is incorrect, right? You can see the sweep. 1, 2, 3, sweep here, 4. It's logical, right? Is that prediction tied to any sort of logical price action? Can you see how that would make sense? What? Sweep it here? Oh, wait, sweep it here? See how that might make sense? Every one of these is going to be a break of structure, just like this ultimately was a break of structure. Right? Somebody bought it here thinking, oh, it's going to go. Well, what was the first problem there? You might have been thinking, 4's in. 1, 2. Oh, I didn't get a 3. Okay, so maybe it's another 1, 2. Oh. Are you still long? Oh, maybe it's going to be a flat with an expand. You can keep talking yourself into shit all day long when all you really had to do was just take the first stop and then reevaluate, right? Instead of taking all that drawdown. Now maybe it comes out all right, but did you had to suffer through all that? And if you're in leverage, if you use leverage here at all, well, you're out. You got liquidated. The place you don't want to buy is at the break of a high or sell at the break of a low. That's the, again, I can show you week after week, right? Some of you are going to do it, right? You're going to do it until you learn the hard way. It's a painful way to learn it. That's how I learned it. 1, 2. Let's see what happens there. Is it buyable now? No, right? I wouldn't buy that. You've already missed the turn. Right? You missed it. Was there anything to really lean on? No, there wasn't, right? When they're going like that, right? That's, see the imbalances in it. That means it's likely institutions that are pushing that. And they do not want to give you a chance to get in. Where are they going to let you in? What are they counting on? They're counting on you buying the breakout. Then they'll bring it down. Imbalances down here. Okay, let me keep moving. Time allows quant, got that. Quant, third crypto, log scale. Okay, I got that. How am I doing on time? Oh shit, 1:31. Okay, Pilgrim, I'm going to keep moving. I think we covered that one pretty well. I got Vesper. Okay, last one. Okay, good. Look at this. I'm almost going to be on time. It's rare for me. Okay, last one. Appropriate for the streams. Very insightful. Keep up the awesome work. Oh man, thanks for the nice. Shit, I'm not above taking a compliment when they come. I get plenty of people shit on my work. 1, 2, 1, 2, right? So it's not 3, right? So given the depth of that, so 1, 2, 1, 2 is pretty reasonable. I've got pieces of this. Here's the. Where we hit here. There's tariff mania here. We've got 5 off the low coming back in. Okay, right. So he's giving you, so here's a full trade plan. Vesper, very nice work, right? So we got 1, 2, wait a second. Now you didn't, okay, so you guys, the new Elliotticians, right? I noticed this, you tend to do this. Okay, look what you've done here, right? So you've gone 5, 3, 5 into a 1. Now, maybe that's what you intended, right? So your thought is this is all going to be a diag, right? But you see, what would help me, I think you as well, you got to label it. Okay, we're going to do an ABC here. Okay, let's go with it because it's not an impulse. So it's pretty bold to say, okay, well, it's not an impulse, so we're going to call it an ABC, followed by an ABC, a deep correction. But it sets up, well, I mean, maybe it's not problematic here. Do we want to be in log scale? I think we do. Yeah, we do. Okay, so hang on. Okay, so ABC into a 1. ABC deep 2. Well, okay, right. So the premise being long-term bull 3 would be up here, and he's anticipating that we're going to get there through an A, B, C to get there, right? So it's a lot of forecasting. But based on what you have here to work with, what's the other possibility? There could, I suppose we might consider a flat here. A, B, C, or W, X, Y. That may be a better fit, actually. Do you see what I'm saying here, Vesper? Just to, you know, this possibility that we've gone A, B, C, or pardon me, W, X, Y, because it's a series of 3s. W, X, Y here. W, X, Y. Now, can we get a 3 in here? Probably. Probably get an, oh, fuck. Oh, let's keep it simple. Something like that. I meant to get you there. A, B, C. All right, another flat in the middle of it. A, B, C into the B. So here's your W, X, Y into the 2. So I would put, I'm not saying that mine's right, yours wrong. I'm just saying something to consider as an alternate. Because it's just too much, right? Given the monster move that we've had here, that we're going to go in to continue with a diag. It's not, I'm not saying we couldn't. It's just that's so much to forecast. I'm going to get these out of here just for a sec. So I like your thinking here, but let's consider an alternate, because if you know, AMD, right, they're going to catch up eventually, right, and they're going to benefit from the AI mania, which, you know, we got NVIDIA going to 4 trillion, right? It's just nothing but growth, growth, growth. Let's go back to the daily. So I put, so this comes off and this goes over here, and oh shit, that has to go way down. Where did I lose? I lost my 2. Oh boy, that's got to go way the fuck down there. Shit, where'd that 2 go? Here it is. Here. Oh fuck, me get in there. For your 2 here. WX, well, I get the idea. WXY into for a flat here, and now you got an impulse, right? So I think this is how I would do it. It's not, I'm not saying mine's right. That's what I would do, because I like the idea. If I'm going impulsive here, I don't want to play this as a diag. So here's an impulse lunar shot, right? Just nice tight, oof, nice tight channel, boom. Now let it come back. Well, let's see. Why did we stop there? Right? It's always a question you got to ask. Why did it stop there? Why there? I'm right on it. Think Al might have something to do with it? Looks like you got a little order block here. Might be bumping into it, right? Could that be why? A little front run on the golden zone. So if it's coming back down here, looks like I see what you're doing. You're kind of tying it into the order block right here. It looks like that's what you're doing right here. So, but I might push that down, and then I'd put the other one down here. All right, so you get if your first bite here is at the 50. If it rockets, okay, well you can always add. If you get the pivot here and you get a little retrade, well that can be your add, right? So you're there. If it goes down, okay, well you got the 50 in the golden zone. Your stop's down here. How deep is too deep? Well, you know, you start breaking 887. You know, you're getting. You know, the problem is if it gets down that low, the algos will want that liquidity, right? Now they don't always get it, right? We've seen, you know, twos to go a tick from 90%, right? It's not uncommon, but it's likely, right? Because the liquidity will be so huge here, right? You're going to see the algos grab it. And if it's going to go, that will be the juice. They'll use that to turn it up. So that's why, you know, that's where discipline really comes in, because it's going to be very tempting, right? If this starts to come down here and you're like, oh, fuck, I've got such a good entry, man. Let me give this a little bit more. I promise, I've done this. So I speak from experience. This is not me just, you know, winging it. Oh, fuck. All right. Well, I know, right? It's still good. It's a 2. If it's just a tick, and then what was a nicely controlled, disciplined entry becomes, oh, fuck me. Not so good, right? It's very, very, very common. Probably the most common thing that retail traders, most common mistake, and we've all done it, right? Like, oh, I got to give it more room. Oh, fuck. I don't want to get stopped out. Oh, fuck. All right, well, let's just give it all the way to the low. Right? And then now you're thinking, oh, I'm going to give it to that, right? I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. It's just the pattern. You got to catch yourself. I've done it. We've all done it. You got to, as soon as you start thinking, fuck, I need to give this more room, catch yourself. It's just so much. You can always get back in the ring. Take the jab. Don't take the fucking knockout blow. It's never worth it. The pain you're avoiding there is going to get so much worse, because the market, it's just amazing how it happens, but the market punishes mistakes. And if you move your stop, boom, mistake has been made. You're going to get punished. And if it's not on this one, it'll be on something in the future, because you'll be, if you get away with it, you'll do it again. And you do it again and do it again. And one of these is going to bury you. You have to have that discipline, right? I know nobody likes to get stopped out. Nobody likes it, but you have to just accept it. Okay, stop did its job. Okay, well, let's reevaluate. Do I still like it? Because I can always get back in the ring, because that didn't blow my account up. That's just a jab. I can take a jab. Something to think about. Okay, I got to get out of here. What time is it? Holy shit, I went long. But not bad for me. Okay, guys. Hey, I should mention this before I get out of here. I'm such a bad marketer of my own shit. All right, we've got a little July 4th promo going on. If any of you stuck around here, I do it at the end after everybody's left. So we'll send out some emails on this. This will be in our Discord. We're doing a July 4th sale, right? So we 20, 30, 25, 20, 25, 30% off these, right? This gets you, this is the best one. It gets you access to all the belt system, all the content, right? So if you want to develop a skill set with this, right, that's the way to go. If you just want to get in and kind of check out and let everybody, kind of watch the other people, let them do that, right? You're not interested in the belt system, that's the way to go. If you just want to get in the Discord and kind of sniff around, check with other people, see, well, maybe I can get some ideas in here, right? So we're giving you lots of ways to, tiptoe into, more significant investment. Up to you, right? But do you want to develop some skill set in this, right? If you do, well, we can help you with that. Okay, guys, call it a day. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Those of you that are watching after the fact, hope you pick up a little nugget or two.